Shalom, more praise to Yahweh Shemel Shah, double line C positive GMS. This is Noah Allah coming at you another video. In this video, I'm going to be focusing on the book of the Acts, the 28th chapter. Matter of fact, I'm going to Acts 28, but I might start a little bit in Acts 27. Bear me 1 second. Damn, this whole thing is good. In fact, I'm going to read a little bit into the 28th. I'm going to go right to the point. This is when the Apostle Paul had was basically shipwrecked. He was shipwrecked on the island of Malta. Right? So let's get right to it. And he was bitten by a snake. Let's read about this situation. This is Acts 28:1. And when they were escaped, then they knew that the island was called Melita. I said Malta. Melita. Matter of fact, I think Melita and Malta are the same thing. Let me be 100% sure. As a matter of fact, it is. He says Malta, Melita. It says Malta at the top of the page. Let me see. Okay, Melita, honey. The name of an island in the Mediterranean lying between Africa and Sicily, now called Malta. See, here it is right here. A little small little dot right here. And this is Sicily right above that arrow. Right where that arrow, the corner of that arrow is touching. So that's where Malta was at. And it's now called Malta. Okay? It was called Melita. Okay, back in Acts 28:1. And when they were escaped, then they knew that the island was called Melita. And the barbarous people showed us no little kindness. What does the word barbarous mean?
Strong's G 915. Barbaros.
Barbaros. One whose speech is rude, rough, and harsh. One who speaks a foreign or strange language which is not understood by another, used by the Greeks of any foreigner ignorant of the Greek language, whether mental or moral, with the added notion after the Persian War of rudeness and brutality. The word is used in the New Testament without the idea of reproachfulness. So, these were people who were foreign of that Greek language. And also, their conduct, because it said what? They showed us no little kindness. Well, no. It's not talking about their conduct. It's talking about them being foreign to the Greek customs. Because remember, it says, and the barbarous people showed us no little kindness. So they were kind to them. They weren't a little kind to them, they were very kind to them. Why? For they kindled a fire and received us every one, because of the present rain and because of the cold. So the Most High had mercy on him, even though he was shipwrecked. And when Paul had gathered a bundle of sticks and laid them on the fire, there came a viper out of the heat and fastened on his hand. So when the Apostle Paul had gathered a bundle of sticks and laid them in the fire, a viper had jumped through the fire and fastened on his hand, meaning what? It bit him. And it was fastened on his hand, meaning what? Like you fasten your seatbelt, you tighten your seatbelt. So it bit him and it held on tight. And when the barbarians, when you read about the scriptures, they speak about the Scythians, barbarians. When you read about that, those are people who were foreign to the Greek language, foreign to their own customs. And when the barbarians saw the venomous beast hang on his hand, they said among themselves, no doubt, this man is a murderer, whom though he had escaped the sea, yet vengeance suffereth not to live. So they're saying this man must have been a murderer. He must have been, a murderer. He escaped the sea. He escaped being shipwrecked. But now he survived just to get bit by a snake. So it's saying, no doubt this man is a murderer, whom though he hath escaped the sea, yet vengeance suffereth not to live. In other words, you survived being shipwrecked, but you had to be, unrighteous, because now this happened to you. It's like you survive your shipwreck, but now you land on an island, but then you wind up getting bit by a poisonous snake. And said it was venomous. And he shook off the beast into the fire and felt no harm. Howbeit they looked when he should have swollen or fallen down dead suddenly. But after they had looked a great while and saw no harm come to him, they changed their minds and said that he was a god. So that's how they had looked at the Apostle Paul. Because why? This is an example of how, the Most High is with us. The Apostle Paul was saved from one dilemma to another, like the scripture in the book of Amos, when it says he laid his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him, like fleeing from a lion. It says like fleeing from a lion and a bear met him. And then you lay your hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. You flee from a lion, but then you meet a bear. In other words, you flee from one dilemma into another one. And then when you flee from that bear, a serpent, you lean your hand on the wall, like a person leans their hand on the wall because they're tired, fleeing from all of these different situations. But then you lean your hand on the wall when you think it's time for you to rest. But then now a serpent bites you. That's how it's going to be when all hell breaks loose in the society, when they institute martial law. But I'm using that as an example for the situation. So the Apostle Paul escaped from one dilemma and he got into another one, but guess what? The law was still with him. And that's the power that we going to have when the Most High give us the spiritual power. All right? Isaiah 11:8. Now this is talking about the kingdom, right? It says, and the sucking child shall play on the hole of the asp. In other words, let's go to the word hole of the asp. Quar, hole. It just means hole, like a den. This is something that says crevice of a serpent. Crevice, a narrow opening caused by a split or crack. So it says they're gonna play. Look at the word play. Shy. That's a shy. If I'm pronouncing that correctly. They're gonna play or see, look, i.e. fondle, please, or amuse self. To stroke, be smeared over. So they're gonna like play in the hole of an asp. In other words, they're gonna pet the snake, move their hand over it, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice's den. So you're gonna put your hand in a den where snakes live. And guess what? They shall not hurt nor destroy my holy mountain. So that's gonna happen, which shows you how we're gonna be at peace in the kingdom of heaven. The animal's not even gonna harm us. Gonna harm our children. And it said a weaned child. Look at the word weaned. Gamal. To deal fully with recompense. Ripe. So this is like a child that's at the age where it's being weaned from his mother's breast. So this is a small child. Genesis 9:1. And the Most High blessed Noah and his sons and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth. So the fear and dread is going to be upon every beast of the earth. Now this is talking about back at that time. Was when this was said. Okay? But ultimately, we're going to experience that when? We're not experiencing that now. But we're going to experience that what? In the kingdom of heaven. How do you think Moses was able to get the animals on the ark? I'm sorry, Noah was able to get the animals on the ark. He was able to command them. They had the fear. They had fear and dread over them. Look at the word dread. Kaf. Fear, terror, shattered, dismayed. Shattered, dismayed. This one to give you much. Mawara. Fear, reverence. Look at the word reverence. What does it mean? Reverence is a feeling or attitude of deep respect, tinged with awe, veneration. Reverence involves a humbling of the self and respectful recognition of something perceived to be greater than the self. So they're gonna acknowledge that we're greater than them. See, a bear will see you and charge right after you because a bear understands you're not more powerful than a bear. You might be able to frighten a bear. You might be able to frighten a lion or elephant, but these are still beasts. There's nothing for them to acknowledge that they can kill it. They can destroy you. But we're gonna have that power in the kingdom of heaven, as the Most High had allowed had caused that snake to bite the Apostle Paul. He wasn't killed. He wasn't poisoned because the Most High was with him. Okay, the Most High was with him. That's why that happened. But in the kingdom of heaven, we're not even going to be bitten like that because they're going to have fear and dread of us. So the Apostle Paul didn't have that yet. He was still Most High still had mercy on him. Because why? He was of the Lord. So finish it off. It says, and the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, and upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. So that's talking about all animals, land, sea, and air. And it says delivered. You know the word hand goes back to the Hebrew word yad, which means power. And it said the word there, given, it says to give, bestow, grant, permit, ascribe, employ. Basically, we're going to have power over them. Okay? So with that, I'm going to close. That word there is nothing. So with that, I'm going to close. I'll go into that another time, Acts 28. Lord will, in 27. So with that, I'm going to close. I'm going to say, oh, praise the Yahweh Shem Yahshua. That belongs to the Apostle GMS. I hope you learned something. Shalom.